back to my channel today for another video. If you do not know me, my name is Beth and I make homeschooling content here on my channel. We have 4 kiddos and I homeschool 3 of them currently, and so we are getting ready to start our 8th year of homeschooling. I've been doing this for a while, so you can go back on my channel and watch tons and tons of videos about our homeschooling journey up to this point. During the summer is when I do all of my planning for next year. I just made a video about my new homeschool room, so if you want to go check that out, you should do that. So I do use most of my summer to go through all of my materials that I have for our upcoming school year, and I make a rough plan about how to use them throughout the entire year. But I am very flexible with that, as I have learned in my almost 8 years of homeschooling to keep things flexible and push things back or move things forward if we need to. So all the planning I do in the beginning is very rough, as far as like it's just an outline of what I'd like to get done. And then throughout the year, I will fill in my planner only 1 week at a time for that purpose. I used to fill out my entire planner in pen of what I would like our homeschool to look like. And then of course, something happens and we get all jumbled and behind and this and that and the other. So I have learned in my 8 years of homeschooling to first, everything is now written in pencil when it goes in my planner for such purposes as pencils are used, and only to do 1 week at a time. It's a lot more manageable and so much less overwhelming if we miss something or if I have to kind of adjust. Having said all that, this is the planner that I chose this year. I do not order from expensive companies. I think that is a complete waste of money. I would rather spend $120 on, frankly, basically anything else. This planner is used for me only. I don't use it for life goals. I don't use it for thoughts. I don't journal in it. This is basically a homeschooling planner, and that's all I need it to be. However, the one thing that you will notice if you go and watch any of my other homeschool planner videos is that in the beginning of all of the homeschool planners, they have they have all of these like random teacher like pages, okay? So like seating charts and schedule of school events. Listen, y'all, I have 3 kids. I don't need a seating chart. I don't need an attendance chart. I don't need a list of my students' birthdays, although I do forget them, but what mother really, doesn't have to think about their kids' birthdays? So I don't need those pages, right? And so I will show you how I make this planner my own to fit my needs. And again, I do this every summer, and my process is the same. So I am going to flip the camera around and kind of show you how I use my planner. If you are interested in this planner, I will link it down below. I literally got it on Amazon. I think it was like under $20, maybe even under $15. So not that expensive, but it is hardback, which I love, and it's really pretty. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and take you guys inside my homeschool planner. Okay guys, so this is my planner, and like I said before, it has all of those like student sheets in the beginning. I don't need those, and so I go to Microsoft Publisher and I create my own pages. So this is what I chose to put in mine, and I always try to somehow incorporate the colors. I know you can't see them really well. You can see them better on this one, I guess, to kind of match the outside of my planner. I geek out that way. So anyway, this is my schedule for science. Like I said, I do have it planned out for the year, but I will only write in one 1 week at a time and then adjust as we go through the year. So this is my daughter's, she'll be in 1st grade. She's going to be doing the science from the Good and the Beautiful Little Hearts and Hands science units. So she'll be doing Bones and Stones and Sparks and Stars. And then when I print these out and then I just cut them to match like the pages, and then I will just tape them on there. So they are literally held on the pages by some tape, and that's it. Nothing fancy, just good old tape. And then this is my children's, I guess my older two, their science schedule. Again, it looks a lot more daunting than it actually is, but this is just what I have planned for them. This is their history schedule for the Tuttle Twins Volume 2. We are going to be doing a paleontology unit this year from Master Books, and so I have that broken up by book and by week. Next, we have Bible studies from Not Consumed Ministries. We're doing the Do Right and Immeasurable Treasure. We are doing Bible copywork again this year. We're going to go over 2 John, 3 John, Titus, and if we have time, Proverbs chapter 31. This is blank at the moment because this is for our Bible study that we do for Tuesday and Wednesday mornings. It's an organization, and they have not released the schedule yet. So once I have the schedule, I will go and type it up, and I will print it out and put it on this page. This is our read aloud schedule for the year. I have broken them up by week and what chapters we need to read to get to all of the books that I have planned this year. But again, this is a very rough outline. All of the titles highlighted are audiobooks. And so you can see that we have about 3 like physical books in between each set of audiobooks. And so I'm really excited about all of those. This is the read aloud order, just in case. And then I also like to make goals for my children. Again, these are just rough goals that I want to achieve this year. I do split them up by quarter, and I do reflect on them at the end of the year. This is also what I use to make my quarter review videos too. And then at the back here, just some ideas for YouTube videos to make. So if you have anything you'd like me to make, any kinds of questions you have about homeschooling or anything that I can answer, drop them in the comments below. That way I can add them to my list. Like I said, I have 2 things of seating charts, schedule of school events, and then we jump into August. As we get into August, I plan to start school August 6th. And then if you see on the side here and over here, I stagger my subjects. I do not start all of my subjects at one time. I really like to do a gentle entry into the school year from summer because we have such a long summer usually. It does take a while for everybody in my family to kind of get back into the swing of things. You'll also notice that I start our school year on a Wednesday. I have done that forever. That's because I like to have a nice short week for our first week back to school. So we do school Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, and that's it for our first week of school. Like I said before, over here is what I am adding in every week. So week 1, we'll just do math, language arts, and our read aloud. Week 2, we'll do all these 3, and then we'll add in these. Week 3, we'll do all of these and add these in, and then week 4, we'll do all of these and add these in. That gives us an entire month to really get back into the swing of things. But then I still have 1 more week of things that we need to add. So I will also go into September, week 5. Sometimes I'll even stretch it out to week 6, but it's normally around week 5 or 6. If we have nothing going on during the month of August, that gives us 4 solid weeks of getting back into the swing of school, and then our first week of September, week 5, that'll give us like a month and a week of solid schooling to get us back into the swing of things. Okay, so that is kind of the beginning overview of of our school year. So I have the 5 weeks that we will take to ease into our school year. And then as we go through, you will see that I do put them on the side, the subjects, and then I will fill in the assignments. I will put down the day number next to each day. We do 180 days of instruction, and that's how I keep track of our attendance and things like that. So down here for family time, I have a whole bunch of things that we're going to use for family time. I wrote something else down and changed my mind and then used whiteout, so it's all sticky. However, on the next one, I did it just fine. So this is what we will use as our guide throughout the year. And like I said, like throughout the weeks, I'll write them down on the side. And then just on Friday, I'll turn to the next week and then write down all of our stuff that we're doing for that week. That way I am literally doing 1 week at a time. It's not overwhelming. It's very simple to keep track of. And if we need to, like, let's say one day one of my children is sick and they miss a day, it's so easy, especially writing in pencil, to just erase it and then kind of adjust if you're only doing 1 week of planning at a time. So that is how, that's how I do all of my planning. And then in the back here, I do have my, again, my plan for what our year will look like as far as dates go. So up here, I just have like a legend of just what the different colors mean. So this is our start date, and then I do put the weeks on the side. We'll do our fall break, our Christmas break. This is going to be 3 weeks. We'll do 1 break week in February. I did have one planned for September, but we're just going to go straight through September to October to our fall break. And then this is our spring break. And then let's see, May 22nd should be our last day of school. Again, about, not exact. I don't mind adjusting. This is just the rough plan of right now what our school year will look like. So that's in the very back of my planner. And so I use this to reference what's going on. So that is how I plan for our homeschool year. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and I will try to get back to you. I hope this video has helped take maybe some of the anxiety away if you're a first-time homeschooler about kind of planning your school year. It does take time on the front end, but I promise you it will make the whole school year a lot easier. So try staggering your subjects by week. Don't start everything all at once, and try starting on a Wednesday. That might help too. So this is the planner that I used. It was very inexpensive. I'll link that below, like I said. And I will see you guys in my next video. And until then, see ya.